There's this thing called content. When you make content, it's pretty much just adding data to a huge data pile. It's like that. I'm not really much of an encourager of people watching this show anymore. It used to be okay. You can only watch it so much anyway, though. But it's like that big tire mountain that's constantly burning on The Simpsons. Anytime anybody adds I don't want to do the quote thing. That's just terrible. It's like adding another tire onto the tire burn pile anytime anybody does content, especially when people talk about other people's content, like a reviewer of a podcast reviewer. Give me a moment. Have some of this caffeinated tea. I'm just joking. That was my pee. You might wonder about this. Haven't you heard of having style? I thought these things don't work very well, but I thought maybe I'd add them. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself here. There we go. Well, thankfully it's another day on planet Earth. I wanted to go through, I'd label this video, that would be amazing. Oh no. So at the process of promoting things and being a musician and having to promote shows and stuff like that, apparently my sense of humor got me kicked out of and rejected having certain posts. I'm going to talk about this quite a bit, about an enforced open-minded community or a forced alternative thinking community and how they're so serious all the time. And I'm living as a free human that uses humor a lot as a functionable aspect of getting through the trite aspects of life and everything like that. So I couldn't get a porch for this thing called Porch Fest and everything like that. And I was walking through the wind earlier, and it wasn't even a windstorm. It was just a slight breeze. This is my wind filter. Wasn't on, and without it, it was pretty bad news and everything, but I'm authenticating this idea that I had, though. I couldn't get any porches. I went on the forum thing and asked about it, and everyone started to run in every single direction possible or whatever. It just kind of happens with me, I guess, you know. I can't, you know, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work so well. I just want to play a show, even if it's like 30 minutes or something. There's just so many excuses all the time or whatever, so it's funny. It's not just me anymore, because I've played long enough to be happy with the music that I make and everything like that, you know? I've been forced through sets I didn't want to listen to. A lot of time it's just me getting really bored. I feel good enough. I'll play some shows that suck. Or I'll play some stuff that was like, man, I've done it. You do that a few times, and then you play stuff where you're actually like happy about what you did and everything. And that's life, you know? But not being able to get hooked up with community shows and having all these excuses, so I'm going to get in trouble again, but that's okay. If you have somebody write to you and they say like, well, I don't think it's sustainable for us to help you, like, get a spot on a porch to like play this little thing or whatever, and throughout all these years and everything, there's all these events that come up, and if you're the person that's a creator and you're walking through an event and it's just like, man, why can't I be a part of this? And you're like walking through the event, and it's like a buzzkill. It's like, I just want to be a part of like being able to like let out what it is within. And I'm finding that, you know, for the stuff I listen to and everything, and I was inspired by, I'm reflecting something that not a lot of other people right now are doing regarding like a certain style of rock and roll and everything, done from the way that I'm tuning into it. And there are people doing that and everything. It's just in this area, I don't know. I mean, there's one person that was doing that, and then they're from Mississippi, and they're really cool. And they knew records, and they knew some songs. I don't own records, by the way. I couldn't do it. I can't invest. It's like not having a cigarette habit or whatever. You know, once you get into it, it's just like feasibly being able to like prolong the intrigue and the dedication to such, you know. But I don't know, I might be spoiling the egg a little bit soon before you could crack the yolk out of it and realize it was bad in the first place, if that makes any sense to you. I'm sure it does. But I made it on my own. I'm gonna do it on my own. I was just gonna get mad and then just not go to the thing at all and everything and be like, these people don't want you here. They don't want you playing. They don't like your style. It's too brash. It's not gonna make people fall asleep and everything like that. And that's gonna get me in trouble with other performers too. They're like, well, you think our music makes people fall asleep? And I'm like, yeah, it makes me fall asleep. I'm representing a certain area of bombastic unpredictability that feels pleasing to me because all that corrective realignment attempts of my being going through the developing years never worked on me or anything like that. So I still want to have fun. And that's a crime to everybody. But whatever. Also, in another thing regarding the community, it looks like a lot of people have their identity relying on getting other people in trouble. They're having an enemy. My enemy, apparently, is the whole idea of this, exaggerated figment of hipsterism and everything like that. I wear stuff that's like, is it a joke? Am I being serious? My hipster too, isn't that what a hipster is? I think I'd have to have more of a rich background and ability to like exploit resources to be a hipster, and I've visited Brooklyn several times enough to watch the changes occur and realize that I wasn't a part of the whole thing. Like, just didn't feel part of it, didn't feel comfortable, couldn't. It's all about people kissing each other's butt really, really, really hard. And I don't want to identify myself as by talking about that so often and all the time. It's just another hurdle that came into my life after I thought I cleared several other hurdles and would have a fresh start and all that kind of thing. And then this whole thing comes in. Boom! Gentrification. Boom! You're doing your music, you're passionate about it, you're feeling confident finally after, playing around with several different styles and ways of singing and everything like that. And I'm finally like, okay, I can just, this is what's happening. This is a good, representation of where I'm at and everything. And then it's all like, that thing came in. This smarmy, very, very judgmental people that say they're open-minded. They have this air of frilly, contented demeanor by being able to, like, say no to other people or to judge other people and deny other people, this and that. And I've explored many territories of, trying to understand consciousness and get a grasp on perception and everything like that on this planet. And been here and been there, did this and did that. Worked fun jobs, worked crappy jobs, didn't have a job. Did roofing. I've done roofing. Worked outdoors. Created this, did that, promoted this, and did that. The promotion thing I'm really bad at. It's really easy to make digital art and flyers and vignettes, no. Promo videos and stuff like that. I love doing that. That is the funnest thing in the world. Doing things that probably make me look like a complete... It said right here, basically the idea was that they're not going to let me do like the Porch Fest thing or whatever, and then like the organizers sound like they mean it when they say it to me, but I have my doubts, and I have my suspicions regarding pretty much everything at this point, because people burn each other out, and if you can use somebody else, that's what people do around this area, is they just use people, and I never got used to that in my entire life. I still have never gotten used to that, and I'm an old one, I'm old now, look how old I am. I'm so old. Oh. Don't throw my walker across the street. It's a busy highway. No, old man. Armadillo raced the turtle. Both got protective flares. Dangerous traffic. So my idea is to just do it myself anyway and show up there anyway. Be a fuss. I don't want to be a fuss. I just want to do what I do. But it's like a lot of events happen. And I feel like people are just like, look at this. Like, we don't want you around here. It's like, I'm from around here. You're all the new people that took over. Like a bunch of hyenas that are trying to, like, kick me out of my lion den or something like that. And it's not cool after a while. And now here I am having to be defined by that, but I have to get past that hurdle and then do what I do. Because I'm not gonna let my fangs soften up at it. I'm gonna sink a bite down and claim my territory for what I want to do with things. I'm not forcing people to think certain ways, and that's a lot of trouble, I guess. But anyway, here's my idea. I'm gonna get an authenticated slip written by a bird, and a porch for bird is a tree. And I'm going to be in a tree branch. And there has to be tree branches around there, right? In this sustainable little town, they didn't cut all the trees down yet. Have they? Well, they might have. But I made an event. And it's the Tree Porch Birds Porch Fest performance with Lome Marsupial. Hey, that's me. I'm Lome Marsupial. Oh, it's nice that I'm mentioning this then. And at 3:33, I'm going to find a tree. I'm going to get up in that tree with my guitar, and I'm going to play a set. And it's going to be on a porch. And I'm going to have a slip. That slip should have been printed. This actually is printed. It says it's been sent to me by the carrier pigeon. I was hoping a message dove would send it, but it turns out a carrier pigeon. There's a carrier pigeon that still thinks the Vietnam War is going on, and it's still flying around. That's the only one I could get. I tried renting out a pigeon, and they got one that has some sort of like head situation with it, and it thinks it's the Vietnam War still, and it's still making its way, and it's supposed to land back here pretty soon. Hopefully before the 8th. And I'm going to do a set there. And I tried doing a promo for that, and they think that I'm insane. I'm just being playful. It's not up to anybody but a tropical long-necked bird to decide my level of sanity that I'll ever take serious. Because I think most of the people that assess sanity aren't right in their own head anyway. So no one's going to convince me about any of that. But I made a note. And I don't have any feedback on these pages I use or whatever. It's like, so, you know, you're here with the dead internet theory or whatever. I'm probably living in it, so. Anyway, I wrote, by the way, if I use humor to promote group posts, you might be right that it's because I'm a bit thick in the head. I'm just a dunderhead, I tell you. But please don't just erase or non-approve my posts, because it's using my character and personality to post event ideas and stuff. And somehow that violates your terms, or some groups I get kicked out of for having a satirical slant about advertising. Musicians do not like to advertise shows, so I want to have fun doing such. I can't follow the guidelines of enforced open-mindedness, and so the way I do it happens like it does. But you can always turn up to my show and sue me. I appreciate all the support. Maybe I'll write you a poem and your world will just topple over. Thanks. Love you, Sir Lome Marsupial Esquire the First. You see, that's supposed to hook people into going to your show if they have a problem with your promoting of the show, is that if they don't like it, they can just turn up in person, and then you'll have one more person go to your show, and everything like that. Well, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm just a fool. But anyway, that's the thing I was going to do. That's my method of trying to, creatively get around a situation that was basically just going to get me feeling bad and feeling, unwelcome, which I do feel massively so on this area. So, I don't know. But anyway, there's a few other subjects to talk about and all that kind of thing, but I don't know. Yeah. Is that where I'm supposed to end the video? I don't know. Give me a second. I have indigestion. But yeah, I did a hiking vlog kind of thing, and I thought I'd do that a little bit more. That was actually pretty fun to do. I just want to get the audio to work a little bit better with the cameras and everything like that. And I thought I'd try this. I'd encourage this. I want to make some real movements in the world. So I thought that was a great idea. It's just that in order to get it to go right, you have to accompany it with some sort of like a hygienical clipper system or something like that. Or I thought like I could get this knife here to like wear it like this, to go like this with it and make sure it balances constantly all the time. But it has to be a broken tipped knife or else it's dangerous. And I tried to get some iron deposit out of a sink so that the sink faucet could actually work better, and the rust and the iron buildup was so tragically bad that the tip of this knife had broken away, which is a shame. Thankfully I got another one over here I could break off in the faucet next time the water plugs up and everything. Also, we had a water heating company that failed miserably and their product was bad, and their slogan is "We make customers for life." And I don't think people understand that the slogan actually means that their product is so terrible that people have to keep coming in and repairing it all the time. And that's the new America that you live in. So that's how it goes. Anyway, hopefully I'll see some people up in the show that I have where I'm going to be singing from a tree. I think that would be rather fun. I feel happy about doing it. I think that sounds like a fun idea. So anyway, what song was I going to tell people to listen to or something? I don't know. Husker Du, A Girl Who Lives on Heaven's Hill. That's an amazingly catchy song. That's a really nice song. So I'll see you later. I gotta go.